everyone, welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be giving you a brief news update for Doctor Who. There's been a couple of minor news stories building up over the last few days, and I thought why not go over them for you today. Just before we get into it, if you could do me a teeny tiny little favour and click that subscribe button, it would be very much appreciated. We are edging ever closer to 20,000 subscribers. We might actually get there. It's very exciting. We're about, I guess, 24 subscribers away from 19,800. We're so close. Any support would be greatly appreciated. At this point, I'm begging you. I'd get down on my knees, except I can't. I also have Twitter and Instagram and Ko-fi and all that lovely stuff. But enough diddly-dallying. Let's get on with the video. So this is probably the biggest or most interesting piece of news to me that we've had of recent. Series 14 Block 5 update. Jamie Donahue, I hope I'm saying that right, has confirmed he is filming the finale for Series 14, 14.8. Other ep in block is as yet unknown. Donahue has quietly indicated that he had started work on it in an interview at the end of March. And you can see here he's asked, "What are you working on?" And he says, "I'm currently directing the finale of the new Doctor Who. It's a totally different job to Malice, which was his previous project, but equally exciting and challenging." So it's really cool to know that Doctor Who Series 14's finale was filming as of March. Whether that filming is concluded for the finale remains to be seen. Obviously, we have seen some public filming, but to my knowledge, a lot of that public filming has been for earlier episodes, so it could mean that a lot of what happens in the finale has been kept very much under wraps, which makes sense. Apparently, the project he's worked on is called Town Called Malice and is apparently very good. So if you've seen that, let me know. Maybe I'll give it a watch. But yeah, this is definitely the most interesting thing. I'm wondering what that finale could even be. We've also had some interesting reports from Doctor Who filming locations. Some of the people who they know who've been on set have said DWSR, a resident of Mellon Street and worker in the area, said they were filming in for the 60s app. Has claimed the episode being filmed is called The Devil's Chord. Currently unsure if this is true, but this is a music phrase and would definitely work as a title as well. Apparently this is episode 2 of series 14. There is every chance this is just a working title, and I just wanted to be clear that I'm passing on what I've been told rather than confirming anything. So yeah, that's a good point that I want to make clear now. When it comes to things like this, it's very important to note that crew will often go by productions as code names rather than, you know, the actual episode titles. So it's every possibility that this is just the code name for this episode rather than the full name. However, if it is the full name, it is very fitting of the story, I must say, from what we can tell. It's 60s, and Jinx Monsoon as the villain, as that musical-themed villain, The Devil's Chord, makes perfect sense. They've also put a couple of other little bits on here. This is a picture of a storage area that they were apparently filming at near Mellon Street. The same source said that they heard Jinx say in a scene, "They treat me like dirt. All I wanted it to be was liked." So yeah, perhaps indicating at some of the villain insecurity of Jinx Monsoon. Maybe she's a bit unstable, which I really like in my villains, a bit mentally unstable. Elsewhere in the Doctor Who adjacent world, Karen Gillan was doing the press tour for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is now released, and she was asked the question about a return to Doctor Who by, I believe, Radio Times. And I thought I'd just show you the clip of her answering so we can talk about this a little bit, because I saw this doing the rounds a little while ago and I thought I might as well address it here.
I mean, yeah, it's always nice when people appreciate anything that you've done. But no, it's cool to see that people are still intrigued by Amy Pond and whether she could return. Maybe not. I don't know.
A pretty, small answer there. To be honest, I don't think this really means much of anything. I saw some people reading into this. Personally, as much as I would love Amy Pond to return, as you all know, I grew up on the Smith era. For me, I'm not getting my hopes up for this at all, but it is nice to see that she still holds Amy Pond very close to her, and she still gets asked about that on occasion. And yeah, you know, as much as I'd love it, I don't think this is really a strong indication of her coming back. Speaking of potential returns, I guess, oddly, Bradley Walsh was spotted in Cardiff a few days ago. Obviously, Bradley Walsh played Graham in the Chris Chibnall era. Most likely, though, apparently his son films Casualty in Cardiff, so I think it's more likely that Bradley Walsh is visiting him than anything Doctor Who related, as, you know, I think it would seem a bit soon for him to be back. Although then again, you know, Kate Stewart did say that she was going to recruit people at the end of Power. Maybe there's going to be something to that, I don't know. But yeah, I think, again, this is one of those things, it's more than likely that he's just visiting his son. Now, this was a weird one from Radio Times, and one that I've kind of made fun of. Doctor Who Season 14 is unaffected by a writer's strike. The reason this is funny is because, if you don't know, the Writers Guild of America is currently on strike for various different reasons, which I won't get into. But this article feels very unnecessary because, as we all know, Writers Guild of America means America. Doctor Who is not filmed in America. Therefore, there's really no reason to make this claim because it's fairly obvious to anyone who thinks about it for more than 5 seconds. But yeah, in case you were curious, the writing strikes going on in America have literally nothing to do with the show that's being filmed in Wales. Shocking, I know, but there we are. Doomsday, the multimedia event thingy-mabob, has had some updates. As far as I can tell, and thank you to TARDIS Central for covering this, hours 14 and 11, because as you know, it's the 24 hours of doom outrunning death, I think is the plot, written by M.G. Harris, will feature the 2nd and 9th Doctors. Further details revealed by the synopsis below. I won't read the whole synopsis, but yeah, it looks like more Doctors will be featuring in this Doom project, which I am glad about because it's actually going to be somewhat anniversary themed, I guess. I'm still not overly confident in Doom because of that teaser. It didn't really do a lot for me. I may cover the long-term stuff if you guys are interested in it. I have no idea. And actually, on an unrelated note, I want to thank everyone who checked out the Big Finish review I did yesterday on the new 60th audio. I wasn't expecting people to enjoy that as much as they seem to, so yeah, I might cover that going forward if you guys are interested in it. Wrapping things up then, a minor announcement from Doctor Who. We've had the announcement of some new Target books, the novelizations of stories, and we have Warriors Gate and Beyond, Planet of the Ood, Waters of Mars, Zygon Invasion, and Kablam. A very nice lineup, if I do say so myself, and I will say, I think the logo looks absolutely phenomenal here. I think obviously because it is basically the same logo that was used way back in the day for these original Target novelizations, it just looks right and it feels right, and I'm very much excited. I'm probably going to pick up a good amount of these, you know, when they go on sale later in July, because, yeah, they just look really nice, and a lot of the stories I love. I mean, Planet of the Ood and Waters of Mars in particular are some of my favourites. So yeah, that's pretty cool too. But that about wraps up this Doctor Who news update. I will be going live later, hopefully, to stream Maya the Dragon Princess, that game that stars Paul McGann, the motion game. I'm hoping to stream that later tonight, so make sure you tune in for that. Please like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you later.